It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's Oscars nomination day.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And so we took guesses. I spent minutes of my time researching.
No, we spent hours because we watched some of them.
That's true.
And we spent hours like throughout the last couple of months looking at stuff.
True. But when it came to my like actual nomination choices, I like looked at a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Rotten Tomatoes has awful predictions, I think. And then we'll see with some of the other ones. I kind of combined everything and I just went with like my gut feeling. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think this was my strongest output, to be honest with you.
Good. I want to win. Tom, introduce our guest.
Yeah, so we have Uncle Nick P back for the 4th time?
That sounds right. Quack, quack, I'm
Wow.
here.
Yeah. Yes, quack, quack. So, yeah, he's our resident Oscar expert, and he's going to be sort of guiding us through our Oscar predictions journey, Oscar reactions journey, as he did last time, as he will hopefully do next year. So, yeah, we will turn it over to you. How's everything been?
Ever since March 13th, 2023, this Oscar season has begun. Just so thankful and glad we're here. Nomination morning, let me tell you, what a day. It's just peak. I'm going to get right into it. We do mostly above the line categories for our predictions.
Yes.
So I'm just going to run through some of the other categories. For your shorts, your live action shorts, you have Wes Anderson as a nominee, and he's the heavy favorite. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, that's on Netflix.
That's the one with Benedict Cumberbatch, right?
Yes.
And would that be his first Oscar? Wes Anderson?
Yes, that's the huge storyline.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah.
Nothing noteworthy in the animated short. All solid. Documentary short. Let's see here. 1, 2. I cried at 3 of them, so very good category there. Very solid. Let's go into. We're gonna go into best animated feature.
Ooh.
I'm sure you guys are aware of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
The Boy and the Heron.
Imagine we weren't. Imagine we had no idea what that was.
Is this?
Boy and the Heron. Okay.
Yeah.
Elemental.
Okay.
Nimona.
Okay.
Oh, so it's either Wish or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Yes, if
Let's
Teenage
go with
Mutant Ninja Turtles, then Seth Rogen is an Oscar nominee.
Let's go.
But
no
it's not.
Wish.
It's Robot Dreams out of nowhere.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
What the?
So no Wish, no Chicken Run.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll do visual effects. You have The Creator.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Wance.
Shout out Wance. Godzilla -1.
Cool.
The first Godzilla to ever receive an Oscar nomination.
Oh well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Is that the first Mission Impossible Oscar nomination?
First
No
Mission
way.
Impossible nomination ever.
Wow.
And
Tom Cruise bringing movies back again, just like last year.
Exactly. And Keanu and John Wick, they're still waiting.
Oh
Aw.
man, maybe by like John Wick 8, or maybe the Ana de Armas spinoff that's coming this year.
Yes.
John
All right.
Wick.
And then we'll
John
go
Wick,
into
yeah.
Best Sound. How about this?
Okay.
The Creator with another nomination.
Wow.
Also, Best Sound, you have Maestro. Makes sense.
Okay.
Sure.
Oppenheimer.
Not according to my dad.
The Zone of Interest, which you guys have not
Oh.
seen yet, but it's a very
yet.
deserving nom. It's
Okay.
kind of like I'll mirror it to The Power of the Dog getting a sound nomination.
Yeah.
Very subtle,
Okay.
good sound design. And the last sound nominee, bringing it back, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
That's incredible. That's
Yes.
incredible. I've also never seen a single Mission Impossible, so
That'd be a great watch. Oh my goodness. I have all of them
maybe
on
we will do
Blu-ray.
Mission Impossible soon.
Yeah.
All of them?
All of them. Yeah, it was like 20 bucks
Oh,
at
man.
Walmart.
Let's.
Great purchase.
Aren't there like 6 of them?
Yeah.
I only saw the first one.
First one, who's in it?
Yeah.
Besides Tom Cruise.
I was
And
gonna
John
say
Voight.
Yeah, John Voight.
And from last week's episode,
Estevez?
oh yeah, Emilio
Ah.
Estevez.
I was
Danny
gonna
Tamborelli
say
was my
Danny
second guess.
Tamborelli.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That was an awesome episode. Everyone go watch the Mighty Ducks episode. I
Yeah.
listened to it this morning. Amazing.
Did we do it justice? Because you were one of the people that wanted us to watch it, so I want to make sure that we
Yes.
did okay.
Yeah, I don't want to segue too much, but Mighty Ducks, you guys are always talking about. It's very 90s. Obviously, I haven't seen the second one. The second one is so 90s. But give us some thought. I know you had a lot to recover from after watching Mighty Ducks 1.
Yeah, it
But-
took a lot out of us.
Yeah, MD2, man, what a movie. I think both Uncle Nicks will have to come on for that episode.
Yeah, we should do that actually.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll go into the Diane Warren category, Best Original Song.
The Diane
Flamin'
Warren
Hot.
Memorial, the
Flamin'
Diane Warren
Hot.
Memorial Best Original Song.
Made it. I watched it yesterday. Not the
And?
worst. Not the worst. But I found out afterwards doing research that like the whole story's fake. And the guy
Fake,
just
yeah.
lied.
Oh
It's
my
fake.
god,
Yeah. My parents did not like it.
it was a
fine.
firm third in the hierarchy of Air, Blackberry, and Flamin' Hot.
Yeah, totally.
That holds. You have What Was I Made For from Billie Eilish. It Never Went Away from American Symphony, which is the John Baptiste documentary on Netflix.
Yep.
And you have I'm Just Ken from Barbie. They made it.
Yay!
So hopefully Ryan performs it at the Oscars. That'd be
I
great.
would love that.
And then you have a kind of a shocker, a song called A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh.
Who's that by? Anybody like famous?
No, I think it's like a tribal song.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Wait, there's a word in front of A Song for My People, which I cannot say, Wazahihi or something. Yeah,
Okay.
My mom said that something was snubbed in this category.
Yes. The Lenny Kravitz song from Rustin was snubbed, which
Mm.
may allude to a category down the road.
Yes.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Best original score. Very upset in this category today. You have American
You were-
Fiction.
You're
They're-
upset?
Yeah, a lot of people are. We'll get to it, but
Okay.
American Fiction made it, which is it's different. It's a different score. It's very upbeat and jazzy, which I liked.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Oppenheimer made it. Poor Things made it, which is my number one. I really love that score. Killers of the Flower Moon made it, but the one that made it that people are very upset with. Any guesses?
Maestro.
No.
No. That would have been my guess too.
Good old Johnny made it once again. John Williams, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh.
This guy, let me tell you.
Yo, Indiana Jones just like cleaned up at the Razzie nominations.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
So you got to even it out.
That was his 40th, 9th music score nomination. He also has
Kind
five.
of iconic.
He has 5 for original song, so he's really up to 54, second only to Walt Disney at 59. And
Wow.
he adds on to his record of being the oldest nominee at 91 years. Crazy.
Because he was nominated for the Fablemans last year, right?
Exactly. And he just won't stop.
Yeah.
It's the Diane Warren effect.
Exactly.
But this is like if he had won before.
Yeah, true.
What did it get in over?
Spider-Man. People are expecting that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are kind of hoping for Zone of Interest,
Mm-hmm.
but just to see that, I was like, ugh.
Do you think that Diane Warren is really mad that Billie Eilish is going to have 2 wins by the time she's like 22 and Diane Warren is like 107 and has not won?
Just look at the
Diane
tape.
Warren's been getting nominated. Diane Warren's been getting nominated since before Billie Eilish was born.
Yeah, honestly. And when Billie Eilish won the first time, oh, poor Diane, she was so upset visibly. Like, she did not want to be there. And she got her honorary Oscar afterwards. So, like, just
The honorary Oscar's so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
It is embarrassing.
Angela Bassett and stuff. Like, come on. Like, she could still act.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do we got next?
Best makeup and hairstyling. You have Golda, which is old people makeup, very transformative. Helen Mirren, Maestro, of course.
Of course. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oppenheimer.
was a thing.
Yeah.
Poor Things, which for Defoe makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Society of the Snow, which is on Netflix.
That's that Netflix movie.
Yeah. So it was cool to see an international feature get nominated outside of its potential category.
That was J.A. Bayona, right? The director on that one?
Yep.
The Spanish one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or Chile? Is it Chile?
Yeah, it was Chile's submission. Or is it Argentina?
Oh, no, I think you're right. It might be Argentina.
Yeah. No, it was actually Spain's submission.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
It made a little buzz at my
Yeah.
high school, that movie.
Oh, like kids are talking about it?
Yeah.
I
They
saw
like
it a
it.
lot. I saw a few articles about it, too, just
Yeah.
generally.
My co-teacher likes it too.
Oh, nice. We'll go costume design and production design because for the first time in 20 years, these categories matched 5 for 5.
Wow.
Yeah. So you
Barbie,
ha-
Oppenheimer.
Gotta be Barbie.
Barbie and Oppie. Yes.
Yep.
Poor Things.
Poor Things, obviously.
Any guess on the final two?
I don't know.
Holdovers.
No.
American Fiction?
Nope.
I don't know what they had. Saltburn?
No, I wish.
Napoleon. Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon got in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Napoleon, it ended here. It ended with 3 nominations, which is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And also Killers of the
And
Flower Moon.
Killers? Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
International features is one I always look forward to.
Yeah, they all looked good this year. I haven't seen any of them
Oh
yet,
my God,
but
there's some great ones. Like last year, I had The Quiet Girl, which is like my big like prayer circle. Got to get it in. Got in. I'm so happy.
yeah.
Happened again this year. My one I really wanted in was Perfect Days from Japan. Wim Wenders as the director, Paris, Texas.
Yeah,
fame.
yeah.
It got in. I'm so happy. Tom, this one you got to check out.
Yeah, I definitely got to go through the internationals. I may not get to them before the Oscars, but I'm going to add them to my watch list.
Yeah. I read something that Perfect Days might become to Apple TV Plus next month.
Oh, cool.
Which that would be awesome.
I'll definitely keep an eye
Also,
on it.
we have The Zone of Interest,
Of course.
Society of the Snow,
Mm-hmm.
Io Capitano from Italy, and The Teacher's Lounge from Germany, which I also was a huge fan of.
Yay.
You would love that one, Erin.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I honestly would watch all of them.
They're usually really good.
No?
I haven't seen Io Capitano, so I can't speak on that. But the other 4 are very. You're going to be watching The Zone of Interest most likely if it gets nominated above the line.
Yeah. If
Yeah. So I think that brings me to just editing, which is always a big correlation with Best Picture nominees. Any guesses here?
At Oppie.
Yes.
Barbie.
No.
Killers.
Yes.
Holdovers.
Yes.
Poor Things.
Yes.
Zone of Interest.
No.
Saltburn. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
Saltburn.
No.
Maestro.
No.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It'll make sense.
My list is looking good.
If Anatomy, if Anatomy of a Fall makes it above the line, you'll understand.
Okay.
So now it brings us into our main categories, I think.
Woo!
Yeah, cinematography.
Okay. So let's see here. Tom, do you want to talk about your like cinematography choosing journey?
In this, with respect to this specific set of movies,
Yeah, just like what you
Okay.
picked, or like is there one
Yeah.
you were like not sure about or whatever?
this cinematography, I feel like a lot of times has just a random movie in there. Like the year that like News of the World got nominated, it was like a Tom Hanks like westerny type movie, and so I went with 4 probably chalk ones, and then I went a little off the board. So I went with Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, and Poor Things, because I feel like those 4. I haven't seen Killers yet, but I've seen the other 3, and they all have very distinctive ways that they're shot, and I'm pretty sure they all have pretty prestigious cinematographers.
You haven't seen Poor Things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the 5th one on my list.
Oh.
Haven't seen Poor Things, but just seeing from the trailer and everything, like you could tell it's shot in a distinct way. And my 5th one, I picked Saltburn.
I love that.
It was one.
Why
of the,
am I Team Saltburn now?
It was one of the things I liked about the movie, and I saw that it was kind of like hanging around like the bottom of all the categories and the predictions, like just off the list. So I was like, I think I could see them giving Saltburn something, and I'm gonna go with cinematography.
I like that.
So that's my 5.
So I did 4 of the same. So I did Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppie, Maestro, and Poor Things. And then I did Barbie because I was like, I mean, it's shot like so cool. So I
Yeah.
said Barbie. Those are my 5. Palesi?
All right. So, Tom, I appreciate your thought process. Uh, but both of you guys went 4 for 5.
Okay.
Tom's chalk was correct. The chalk is chalk.
Yeah.
And Tom's thought process, honest to God, is spot on. It was kind of out of there. People are talking about it early on, but the odds, it went down to 101 odds on Gold Derby. And what got the last slot was El Conde, the Pablo.
I saw that one was a possibility, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't.
Never heard of that in my life.
So I did absolutely no research.
Oh, great. Now I got to watch another movie.
It's on Netflix. It's in Spanish. It's
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh.
No, I don't know. No, I just made that up.
mostly black and white. I haven't seen it yet either. I gotta watch this one.
Let's see how long it is.
Pablo Larraín is the director. I'm sure you guys know Pablo Larraín.
Spencer
and Jackie. So
I do love Spencer.
110 minutes. We're good.
I can do that.
It's no Bardo.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. Should we move to one of the one of the screenplays?
Sure.
How about Adapted?
Go for it.
So for Adapted Screenplay, I again went with movies that I think are going to be Best Picture kind of vibe. So I did Oppie, Barbie, American Fiction, Poor Things, and Killers of the Flower Moon.
We have the exact same 5.
Okay, Palesi.
yes, confirmed. You guys have the same exact 5, but you do not have the same 5 as the Academy.
Wow. Wait, can I guess which one's not there?
Yeah.
Is it Barbie?
It is not.
It is there or it's not there?
Barbie is in the lineup.
Oh, okay. American Fiction.
American Fiction is an adapted screenplay nominee.
Killers of the Flower Moon?
Just like BAFTA, Killers has missed the adapted screenplay nomination.
Wow.
What replaced it?
El Conde. No, I'm just kidding.
The Zone of Interest.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Very interesting. Because if we go to our next category, Tom, you want to list your picks for original screenplay?
Oh, it was under adapted? I put it under original.
Oh. Tom, no.
All right. My original screenplays are The Zone of Interest. I don't know what I was looking at. I guess I was looking at a poor source. Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Past Lives, and May December.
Oh, interesting. I did Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, Holdovers, Maestro, and I'm holding out for that Saltburn Jacob Elordi bath water candle.
You know what the stupid thing is? I was between The Zone of Interest and Saltburn, and I put The Zone of Interest like an idiot.
All right.
Well, here's my reasoning, though. My reasoning for Saltburn
They like Emerald Fennell.
is Emerald Fennell won before. So I was like, okay, you have that mixed with the viralness of the movie. So I'm like, I'm going to put that in my fifth spot.
Okay. Again, love the thought processes here. But
including putting an adapted
not
screenplay into original.
the boldest strategy caught in there, but
I thought they were going to go with a big surprise.
The Lakeith Stanfield of it all. You guys both went 4 for 5.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So
Tell me Saltburn got in, and I would have been 5 for 5.
The nominees are Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Past Lives, Maestro, and May December.
Nice.
May December.
I'm glad that I would have had it wrong anyway.
I thought May December was like dropping everywhere.
I'm sure it did, but that's a best original screenplay this year. It seems like, I mean, that's 6. Most of the big ones are adapted, especially since Barbie got pulled over there.
Yeah. I loved May December, so I'm glad it got a little bit of love.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Oh, we didn't say we're about 45 minutes into Past Lives, but as you know, movies now take us multiple days. So, but we started it last night.
Yeah.
Is it on Paramount now?
No, I have access to it.
Oh.
You can rent it.
Okay.
For $6, I think.
But with A24's new partnership with Showtime, I think it will be coming to Paramount Plus in a couple weeks. Everyone.
Exactly.
Nice. I can't wait to rewatch Past Lives. I want to show it to my parents.
It's like, I like it, but it's almost like an AI generated A24 movie at times. It's like certain like when she's like on the train looking off into the distance with like the keyboard with like the piano playing, like it's like I've seen 7 other A24 movies that are like this, but I love the leads. I think they're both great.
Yeah.
I think the movie's really good so far.
I think this movie would have gone crazy for me in 2016. I think in 2024, I'm a little like...
You're over it?
It's not that I'm over it. I think I like it. And I'm sure I'll like it by the end. I'm just like, been there.
Yeah. I think a lot of people can relate to it in a way. They'll get something from it.
Yeah. I really like the concept.
Yeah. We'll bring on Uncle Jay to talk about, how do you say it? Inyan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that. That's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move to director?
No. Isn't that like third to last or second to last?
Do you want to do
in my
supporting?
spreadsheet, I kept a running list of cumulative. So at this point,
Yeah, you go.
Tom, you have 15, and Erin has 16.
Okay.
And let me just say, for at this point last year, Tom had 9, and Erin had 11. So improvement by both sides.
Improvement.
That is a big improvement.
I found this year that the sort of
Oh, wait. What did I say for you guys? I'm sorry.
16 and 15.
Okay, I messed up, but maybe alluded to our next category.
Okay.
At this point, original screenplay, you guys are tied for 12. At 12.
Yeah. Okay.
What category should we do next, Palesi?
Supporting actress.
Yeah, that's what I have here too.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I think I know that one of mine is out, but go ahead.
All right. So supporting actress. I mean, Divide joined Randolph. She's gonna win. We know. Okay. So I said her. I said Emily Blunt. I said Danielle Brooks. Even though Color Purple is like nowhere to be found. I said Jodie Foster.
I was hoping that one didn't get in because I don't want to watch it.
And I went Saltburn. Rosamund Pike. There were a couple other like that I was considering. Julianne Moore, for example, America Ferrera for Barbie. There's like a few others that are like simmering under the surface, but I went with those 5.
I went with Divine Joy Randolph from The
Mhm.
Holdovers. I went from Emily Blunt from Oppie. I went with Danielle Brooks from The Color Purple. Went with Julianne Moore from May December. And I went with Sandra Huller from Zone of Interest.
Okay.
And the nominees are Emily
Is it
Blunt.
Penelope Cruz?
We'll see.
I don't want to watch Ferrari. All right. I'm sorry. Emily Blunt. Okay.
Divine Joy Randolph.
Mhm.
Danielle Brooks.
Okay.
Jodie Foster.
Yes.
And America Ferrera.
Oh, wow.
Barbie.
With all the that's weird with all the Barbie like not really performing super well up to this point in our predictions because we don't know anything else.
Even though that's the one thing that was spoiled for us. We do know
Yeah.
the 2 snubs with Barbie. We do know.
Yeah. So it's interesting that she got that nomination.
I am just like, I feel like
Speak your truth.
I like America Ferrera. I've been following her career. I watched Ugly Betty, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I get it. Real women have curves. I know. Like, in Barbie,
It's
well,
it's rude to say, but it's always been being said that it's a one monologue character.
It really is.
And you compare that to a
It's an
performance
important
like
monologue.
Julia Moore, like come on, like that performance.
well, and my thing is too, like, I understand that like that monologue went big. It was big and people like it. I find that monologue to be representative of the problems that I have with Barbie hitting you over the head with a message that is very second wave feminism to me. So,
I'm not really qualified to talk about this.
I was gonna say the same thing. Go off, Queen.
but I like her, so I like that she got nominated.
It's cool that she's nominated. But I just think that there were better performances. I mean, I guess not. I didn't see some of the others, but Julianne Moore is one that I would have probably chosen.
And Rosamund Pike.
Maybe. She was good. I don't know if she was a vital enough part of the movie for me to like really get behind that. But again, I haven't seen Zone of Interest yet. Haven't seen Naiad. Haven't seen Color Purple. So I'm not sure.
All right.
So now we're at Tom 15, Erin 16.
There
So
you go.
one thing that we did last time, which I guess we could do at the end because we're moving pretty quickly here, is we could go not necessarily back through each category, but do our will win, should win.
Okay.
We'll circle back at the end and,
Okay.
and kind of run through them again.
All right, supporting actor. All right, this was the one that I like thought had the most options in it. So I think that there's 3 that are like definites. So you've got your Robert Downey Jr., who's probably going to win. You have your Ryan Gosling, and you have Robert De Niro. After that, I still went with Mark Ruffalo because I know he missed, I don't know if it was the BAFTA or the SAG that Defoe.
Both.
Okay. So he missed both of those. And so I know that like him and Defoe, it was like, oh, maybe they'll split it. Maybe they'll both be I don't know. But I still went with Ruffalo. And then for my 5th, I was like, oh, I really want Dominic Sessa. So I actually wrote his name down. And then I went, no. Then I was like, okay, maybe it is Defoe. And then I'm like, I don't think so. And then I'm like, well, Charles Melton. But there's been a lot of like, oh, Melton might not make it. So I'm like, okay, no. So I felt like my soul was pushing me to Sterling K. Brown. So that's my fifth one, Sterling K. Brown.
Okay, so this one I had possibly spoiled for myself, but I averted my eyes in time. My 5 were Robert Downey Jr., Robert De Niro. Wait, they're both Roberts?
I know, it's weird, right?
Mark Ruffalo, Ryan Gosling, and Dominic Sessa. But I think it's Sterling K. Brown because I think I saw that out of the corner of my eye. Even though I tried to get past it, but I'm pretty sure it's Sterling K. Brown.
So we have our RRR boys in. Robert, and Ryan.
RRR.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good. Not to.
Shout out RRR.
Just imagine they did it on stage, De Niro. Oh my god.
Remember when we watched that and I thought I was having a stroke?
Yes.
And I went to the emergency room?
Yep. What a night.
So we have our first 5 for 5. Erin, you got it right. Sterling K.
Good
Brown.
that Ruffalo got in. That's cool.
I love him.
He's so funny.
Sessa was, I was going with my heart on Sessa.
I know.
Jersey boy.
And Melton was so good too.
Charles Melton is probably my favorite of the ones I've seen.
He's lovely. Lovely in it. Okay. What's next, Plessy?
Best actor.
Actor. Tom, go for it.
I don't think I did well here. I think I got at least one of them wrong. All right, so I went with Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, who I think is maybe the presumptive favorite. Maybe
Giamatti is like...
Paul Giamatti, who took his Golden Globe to In and Out. Was it Golden Globe?
Mm-hmm.
Golden Globe and Critics' Choice.
There you go.
Yeah. I have Bradley Cooper for Maestro, which blah, 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 whatever. Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, because I really want Jeffrey Wright to be an Oscar nominee. So I hope that if I'm wrong on all the other ones, imagine I was wrong on all the other ones. I want Jeffrey Wright in this category. And I did pick Coleman Domingo for Rustin. I don't feel confident about that. Again, another guy I'd like to see be nominated, but the movie pretty much did nothing, so I don't think that he was nominated, but I put him there.
I had the same 5, but I agree with you. I think we may have made a mistake by putting Coleman Domingo on there. Not because he's not deserving.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie.
I didn't see the movie. He was amazing in that Euphoria special.
He's great in
Remember
Euphoria.
that? I think maybe Leo took that 5th spot.
I wrote Coleman Domingo because I was like, I think it would be interesting if Leo didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
Also, but I think he did as well.
All right, Pelosi.
All right. So for the first time, you guys both went 5 for 5.
Oh,
we
wow.
got all 5?
Yes. No Leo.
Wow.
Jeffrey made it. Coleman made it.
I think that's good for, I don't necessarily mean like racial representation, but I mean like representation. I mean, it is good for that too, but it's also good for giving different actors, the spot. Because from what I understand about Killers, which we are doing next week on this podcast, but we haven't watched it yet, is that it's a character that is kind of like, I don't know, it's like Leo, It doesn't seem to be a role where he's super disappeared into it. So I think it's cool to give some other people some shine.
Yeah, and I think it also comes to a thing where when it comes to the end of the day, it's 5 nominees, but there could be more than 5 great nominees. Like I think
of course
there's so many great performances. I think Leo did a great job, but I'm very happy with these nominees. A fun fact, Jeffrey Wright as Sterling K. Brown is the first time that a black lead actor has been nominated alongside a supporting actor from the same film. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I feel like they could have done that with Judas and the Black Messiah,
Yeah.
but Lakeith Stanfield they put in supporting, even though he was like the protagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
What are we at, actress?
I think so.
Yes.
I took a little risk here.
Okay.
You go first.
All right. So
I know, obviously, I know one of mine is wrong because I put Margot Robbie.
one of mine is wrong too, at least. So yeah, I put Margot Robbie. I know she didn't get it, which I find to be a big snub. I think
It
she
is.
was a wonderful part of Barbie.
She's the heart of the movie. If you're going to nominate Barbie, if you're going to be like Barbie was a good movie, it was top 10 in the year. I'm assuming it's nominated for Best Picture. I don't see how you leave Margot out.
I agree. But all right. So I put Margot. I put Emma Stone. Lily Gladstone. I said Carrie Mulligan, even though I find her to be a supporting part in Maestro.
Yeah.
And I said Sandra Huller.
Okay. We have 4 of the same. I have Margot Robbie. I have Emma Stone. I think Emma Stone's a lock. I think Lily Gladstone is a lock.
Mm-hmm.
I have Carrie Mulligan. I think she's virtually a lock, especially knowing that Margot Robbie didn't make it. And then I picked Greta Lee from Past Lives.
Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, Plessy.
All right. So the nominees you have Emma Stone, Carrie Mulligan, Lily Gladstone, Sandra Huller, and Annette Bening from Naiad.
Okay, at least there's 2 of them.
Oh, girl. Annette Bening. I do love her.
Old people, you get that old people vote.
Yeah, definitely.
She's great. So now I got to watch Naiad, but
Well,
it's for 2.
We did
so-
before that anyway.
Yeah. All right.
So now, after all the acting nominees, this is, I want to get this fact right. It's a very interesting fact. For the first time since 1931, all acting nominees are over the age of 30.
Woo!
Wow.
Let's go old.
So I don't know if we're all considered like us 3 we're old, I guess now, but
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Shout out to the over 30 crowd.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Ooh.
first time since 1931.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
That's insane given how like Hollywood tends to be. I guess like a lot of the actress nominees back in those days were probably in their 20s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wild though.
That's a really good fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Aaron got
Should've been-
4
should've
right
been Sessa.
there, and Tom got 3. So at this point, Tom has 27 and Aaron has 30. At this point last year, Tom had 24 and Aaron had 28.
So we are improving.
I'm narrowing the gap. In about half a decade, I'm going to overtake Erin.
You can't teach this type of talent.
No.
So where do we on director?
Yeah, let's do director. You
All
go,
right.
Tom.
So director, I find, tends to track the strongest Best Picture candidates. Not always, but I thought that I was going to track the top 5 candidates. I apparently did not because, of course, I included Greta Gerwig, who I know was not nominated.
Mm-mm.
I believe that I will say at the end who I think they replaced her with. We've got Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Of course, we have Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. Of course, we have Alexander Payne for The Holdovers. I went with Jonathan Glazer for Zone of Interest. And who I think probably replaced Greta Gerwig is Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things.
So, Tom, we had 4 of the 5. I said Christopher Nolan, who I think is going to win.
Shh,
Martin.
We'll get to that.
Sorry. Martin Scorsese. I said Yorgos Lanthimos. I said Alexander Payne. And then I put Jonathan Glazer. I did not include Greta Gerwig.
Oh, wow. I thought you did.
I did not. No, because personally, I feel like I liked Barbie, but I feel like it's the weakest of her 3 movies.
See, I got suckered in because it's the most popular for 3 movies, and she's already been nominated for 2.
I also think that I feel like sometimes the Academy still struggles with women directors, and
I thought they were going to include one.
well, maybe they did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I picked her as the one that they would include.
Oh, right. So I think her or the director of Past Lives, it's
Yeah.
possible that they would have been like, well, I'm only picking one. And so one or both of them is what I predicted. But we'll see. Would miss the cut.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking maybe Glazer's out and maybe she got in.
Celine Song.
Mm-hmm. All right, Palesi.
I think Glazer's in.
Okay.
Your nominees for Best Director are Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
What?
Jonathan Glazer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Okay.
And Justine Triet for Anatomy of the Fall.
Oh, for Anatomy of a Fall.
Yes.
No Alexander Payne.
No Alexander Payne. That was a big
Wow.
shocker
That's
there. Yeah.
interesting.
I think I'll get to it later.
All the stats were pointed towards Payne getting the nomination. He was hidden everywhere. Previous 3-time director nominee.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
But
What was it for downsizing? What else?
No.
Unfortunate fact, but it's getting a little bit better. Justine Triet's nomination is the 9th directing nomination for a woman.
Mm-hmm. Getting better.
Getting better.
That's one I'm excited for that one.
Me too.
It's so
I
good.
actually really am.
It's
We
long.
gotta
I
watch that
think it's a
before the end of the
2.5 hour one, but it got
Listen,
the
after Killers of the Flower Moon,
yes.
we'll make it through anything.
And you know what? I'm okay with it. Like, I like procedurals and I like that kind of thing. So
Courtroom
You still gotta watch
drama,
Decision
murder
to Leave.
mystery.
yeah. Yeah.
50 Cent is in it.
Oh, he is? Oh, I'm in.
Oh.
There's a dog.
Fofty. Oh, there's a dog? All right. We're good.
Mhm. And a great child performance. Very solid child performance.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay.
All right.
Best Picture. I'm pretty sure we probably have the same 10.
I probably. So let's see here. Here's my 10. So I said Oppenheimer, The Holdovers, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, Maestro, Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, The Zone of Interest, and American Fiction.
We do have the exact same 10.
All right, Palesi.
Those are the 10.
We're good.
That one I was pretty certain of.
We are good.
First time the PGA 10 went with the Oscar 10. This was I felt the most confident about this as well. Like
Absolutely.
I couldn't see anything, especially after how the nominations were going. Color
Yeah.
Purple wasn't hidden. I don't even know
May,
where
December fell out.
May, December fell out. Yeah, there was no threat really, and it's a solid lineup. Like, say what you want about
What about
Maestro.
Naiad?
Yeah,
What about what?
What about Naiad?
No, enough.
but it's a good lineup. I like it. It's very diverse. You have your blockbusters, your two foreign films. There's a lot going on here. A Marty film.
Yeah.
So our grand
Yeah, so
total,
those are our
Tom, you ended with 40 correct out of 50.
That's not bad.
And Erin, 44 out of 50.
Stop it.
Oh my God. I won again.
Improvement, Tom had 36 last year and Erin had 41.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it though because I was the only one on this podcast who got Best Picture right last year,
Okay.
and it was like the most obvious Best Picture in the history of Best Picture, except for maybe this year.
What, you're not going for Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah,
Shut up. You picked Hanks.
I did pick Hanks for supporting actor for Elvis last year. Still a missed opportunity, to be honest. Actually, no, because Brian Tyree Henry got in.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. All right, so Tom, what else do you want to do here?
Why don't we just run back through and do our will win, should win?
Here's the problem is that I haven't seen most of these yet.
We did the same thing last year. It didn't matter.
All right, then we'll just do it. What are we starting with? Can we skip cinematography? Because I have no idea.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Because we don't even know what El Conde is.
Exactly.
It's going to be Oppie.
And then, it's going to be Oppie, you think?
Yeah.
So, Palesi, what I want you to do is I want you to tell us maybe your favorite out of
as we go through. Well, that's part of should win.
should win. Yeah, I want to know yours too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let's see.
Adapted screenplay. Will win, should
Okay.
win.
Will win is it's either going to be Oppenheimer or Poor Things. But I haven't seen all of them, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I'm most looking forward to, in terms of the screenplay, American Fiction. But I think that Oppenheimer is going to win.
Palesi?
I'm a believer. I think the Academy sometimes they like to spread the wealth a little bit, even though
They
it
do.
will be a large Oppie performance all around. I'm gonna go with Barbie early on here. I think they want
Okay.
to. Barbie's gonna get song. I can see it again, song and adapted screenplay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I could see that. I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to all three of these that I haven't seen: Poor Things and Zone of Interest as well.
Nice.
Because Jonathan Glazer, I mean, he did Under the Skin, so like he's not gonna. It's not like I feel like it's not a traditional movie. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Um, Original screenplay. I'm gonna say will win and should win is holdovers, especially because Alexander Payne was snubbed for direct. Oh, but he didn't write it, so I don't know. I'm still gonna do that.
The only one of these that we haven't seen are Anatomy of a Fall and The Last Hour of Past Lives.
Yeah.
I am going to go with the holdovers as well, but tentatively. I'm not 100% on that. I would say should win. I'm going to go with May December. But
Nice.
I think that the holdovers is going to pull it out just by the general popularity of the movie compared to the other four, except I guess Anatomy of a Fall and I don't know. The holdovers.
Yeah, I think May December should win. I'm a big lover of that movie, but I'm leaning Anatomy of a Fall, especially since
Okay.
France did not pick it for its international selection, and that selection, the Taste of Things, didn't even make the international feature list.
All right.
eh, it could pull it off here. I would say Anatomy or the holdovers.
What do you want to win?
I would want May December. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh,
but-
right. Right. Okay, how about supporting actress? I think it's will and should win Divine Joy Randolph.
I think, again, haven't seen Naiad or The Color Purple yet, but
Yes.
Randolph's going to win.
Yeah. Will
Wait, can we talk
should-
about Emily Blunt? Because I know that you were not a big Emily Blunt fan.
Yeah, I got to rewatch it. I wasn't a huge lover of the, but when I look at now at the nominees, I'm fine with Emily Blunt getting in.
See, our thing, we obviously talked about it on our Oppenheimer episode, but we actually thought that she was pretty well written, and I think that Nolan has a whatever the opposite of a penchant is for writing women characters.
Yeah.
But I thought that she wasn't bad. I thought that she had her own defined sort of characteristics and her own sort of like goals and things that her character was supposed to do and wanted to do. And I didn't find that, unlike Florence Pugh's character, I found that she sort of advanced more than just Oppenheimer. Like she had her own independent things going on with how she left her previous husband, because she thought that this offered her a new opportunity to sort of take back her life and be with somebody who's super ambitious and be with somebody who's going to sort of let her do her own thing as well. And it didn't work out that way. I thought that she had a pretty well-formed character, especially comparing her to other Nolan women characters like Scarlett Johansson's character in The Prestige, for example, who was literally only there for the feud between the two magicians. And he's had multiple characters. The Batman women weren't great. I thought Anne Hathaway was fine. But other than that, like he seems to not have that ability to, or at least not focus there. But I thought that in Oppenheimer he at least gave it a shot, and I thought he did pretty well. And Emily Blunt's just great, so that would be my defense of Emily Blunt.
I like Emily Blunt too.
I'll just
Okay.
say also, Divine Great and everything. Jodie Foster is a lot of fun in Naiad. You guys are gonna.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I think she's so much fun in Naiad. Her and Annette actually have great chemistry and stuff. Naiad, not the greatest letterbox reviews and stuff. A lot of controversy with Diana Naiad herself, but for what it is, I had fun with it.
Good to know. I'm excited. You know, I gotta say, like every year, I feel like there's a movie that has some women acting nominations that, like, the movie itself is like, oh. I usually end up liking those movies. I liked Judy.
Let's talk about our girl, To Leslie.
I loved To Leslie. I liked The Wife. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about The Wife.
I mean, so
What was that? Glenn Close and
Glenn Close.
Jonathan Pryce.
Yep.
yeah. So to Leslie rocks. Um, so, all right, I'm changing my my mind on Naiad. I think maybe I'll like it. All right. How about supporting actor? So my will win is right now Robert Downey Jr. And I haven't seen most of these, but I mean Ryan Gosling is so good as Ken. That's like to me almost a career defining a performance in a wonderful career that Ryan Gosling has had so far. So I'm going with Ken. He is Ken enough.
Downey's gonna win. He was good. I don't know. He's not in my top like 3 favorite parts of Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I think that he has like a flashy monologue, and he has the thing that happens 2/3 of the way through the movie. I don't know.
My dad didn't even know he was in it.
He disappeared into the role.
Oh, okay.
Gary Oldman as Truman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably agree on Gosling. Who got in again? Who was the 5th one that wasn't Sessa?
Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, Sterling
K. Brown.
So I'm excited to watch that one. I don't think he's going to win. Obviously, I think Downey's going to win. And haven't seen Killers yet. Haven't seen Poor Things yet. But of the 2 that I have seen, I would choose Gosling over Robert Downey Jr. Gosling. The problem there is that you have your 2 women not getting nominated. At least 2 of the 3.
Yeah, and what, you're gonna give it to him? Like, no way.
And then I'm just Ken's gonna win Best Song. Imagine. Yeah. So I don't know, but I thoroughly enjoyed him. I know that there are people who really did not like him in that movie. I am not one of them, but I also see the sort of irony of recognizing a movie that is specifically about the plight of women and giving it to
Ken.
Mojo Dojo Casa House, Ryan Gosling.
Also, like, Dominic Sessa was amazing.
Yeah.
And Charles Melton.
Melton's my number 1.
Personally find him to have given the best performance in that category this year so far.
Yeah, Erin, I agree with you earlier where you said this category had the most possibilities. It really went like 8 or 9 deep here. Great performances all around. I do think Robert Downey Jr. will win. His speeches so far have been great.
Yeah, I have seen. Yeah,
getting the term "Oppenhomies" going is hilarious. But Gosling, like, that's a once in a. You don't see that performance often. That was something else.
He was so in.
Yeah,
like more in than I've ever seen anybody in a role.
Mm-hmm. Having fun.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's bring fun back.
They all were. That was that was a great thing about Barbie itself. Like, you could tell every single person on that set was having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. All right, let's do.
I just want to say one thing about De Niro.
Yeah.
Interesting stat here.
We're not trying to be controversial here.
No.
We're not bringing up his views.
Not bringing up that. He passes Katharine Hepburn for the longest period of time between his first and newest Oscar nomination for acting, 49 years.
Wow.
Dang.
And Jodie Foster is at 47 years.
Mm-hmm.
What was De Niro's first?
What is Mean
Raging
Streets?
Bull was 44 years ago. Mean Streets, 73. Wow.
Okay.
Scorsese wasn't nominated for Mean Streets?
No.
Interesting.
Anyway, actress.
No, he wasn't Mean Streets. His first one was Godfather Part 2 in 74.
Oh, duh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, duh.
All right, actress. So, honestly, I haven't seen most of these. So
this is the Palesi segment of the show.
This is what I will say, though. I think that Emma Stone is going to win.
Momentum's going that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just for variety's sake, I'm going to go with Gladstone.
Okay. Palesi, give us your will and should win.
All right, so we got SAG and BAFTA left. Lily's not at BAFTA. SAG could go to Annette Bening. I'm telling you, it could go to Annette.
Let's go.
BAFTA, I could see going to Emma. but I think Sandra Hüller should win. Like it won't happen,
Wow.
but that performance very solid. Um,
So she was in 2 of them, right? So she was also in
Zone of
um,
Interest.
Zone of Interest.
She did
Would you
not
say
get
that one
there.
performance was significantly better than the other,
Oh, and definitely
or that
Anatomy of
she's
a
just
Fall.
really good in both?
Well, Zone of Interest, she's supporting.
Yeah. Right. I
But
just mean like she's quality in both.
yeah, quality of both. Zone is very more subtle and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, there's definitely an Oscar clip in Anatomy of a Fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know that she's famous, like super famous internationally. Like she's widely regarded as one of the best actresses in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious.
Yeah, I think the race is still open and stuff. When it started, like early on, I assumed Lily was going to take it
Mm-hmm.
easily. Uh, but it's,
Killers of the Flower Moon kind of did the same thing the Irishman did, where it was like, we're really hyped for this. It's got all these amazing actors in it. It's a long Scorsese movie, and it just sort of went away.
I feel like also there's a little bit of not necessarily backlash, but kind of like Gladstone's part, people are saying are more support is more supporting. And there's like a little controversy in that. Kind of like I'm trying to think of like it's sort of like how with Viola Davis, how like
In
for
Fences,
Fences, she was really a lead, but they put her in supporting so she would win. And I think that maybe it's kind of like one of those things where they're trying to put her in um a lead to kind of be like wow, look, this actress that's still a little up and coming even though she's in her 30s, she can win best actress and whatever. um
well, and also the fact that she's Native American.
yes, and she's indigenous is also, I think, maybe a reason why.
Yeah, I think that's kind of part of it, because I think Scorsese, there was a slight bit of backlash from, at least I read from a few people, especially forget her name, the one actress on Reservation Dogs,
Mhm.
the lead girl, um, talking about how it wasn't really representative because it was through the eyes of white guys, like
Mhm.
period.
that's why
And
I think
Scorsese and the
that's why I think it
yeah
missed the adapted screenplay. Like the way they chose to adapt it, they
yeah
went through that lens of the white man.
yeah
If they went the other way, it could have been a little tighter and stronger. I think too.
yeah. But now there's the other end of that is Martin Scorsese the right person to tell that story from the perspective of Native Americans?
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that by pushing her as lead and putting her in that category, Scorsese or whoever like in the movie pushed for that, wants to say like, hey, she is the star of this movie.
Right. Right.
Like it is about her. It is about her experience or their. I again haven't seen it, but I think that just hypothesizing, that's probably what they were going for by putting her, because they didn't want to relegate her to the sideline of being supporting actress.
Yeah.
That would be my thoughts on like the theory behind it.
And I definitely understand that perspective. I just wonder if the fact that she is maybe truly more of a supporting role would affect what voters are going to vote for if they're looking for a lead performance.
And also, we need not forget that the Academy loves Emma Stone,
True.
and I love Emma Stone.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
Plus,
watch The Curse.
Oh my god, I watched one episode. I'm like, enough.
Emma Stone is in her chaotic era right now.
Pelosi, what are your thoughts about
Yeah.
like the lead versus supporting for Lily Gladstone? Like what you've seen, we haven't seen it.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. My opinion, it's supporting. I understand the race perspective of putting her lead. I agree with that. But when you watch the movie, in my mind, she's a supporting piece, especially for like 2/3 through the movie. But like when she's not on the screen, I did miss her a lot. I wish she was more involved. I wish there was more of her. She just wasn't given too much material to work with. I think she's a great actress.
Yeah.
Oh, we love her. We've only seen her in a couple of things, but she's wonderful.
I just watched her she was on Reservation Dogs.
Oh, there you go.
I just watched her in Certain Women, which was by Kelly Reichardt, who was the director of
Great
First Cow.
review on Letterboxd, let me just say.
Thank you. And it starred her, Michelle Williams, who's apparently in all of Reichardt's movies, Laura Dern, and Kristen Stewart. And Lily Gladstone's amazing in that. I think she might have been the best of the four, which is think what you want about Kristen Stewart. I love her, but Gladstone I think was the best of the four, which is strong company.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see her in Killers of the Flower Moon.
And
All right.
like I think just the general movie watching audience, Lily Gladstone is now a name. Like
Yeah.
people know her now.
Mm-hmm. What did we watch her in, Tom, that was really good from Sundance last
Fancy
year?
Dance.
Fancy Dance. It was she was amazing.
I don't think it ever got a wide release.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad we saw it because
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
Was not the only movie we watched last year that didn't get a wide release.
Oh. Yeah, we thought a year ago
We
we
would've
thought
been-
we'd be talking about Jonathan Majors as a nominee.
I
sort of
thought
thing.
we were going to be having a different conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, that movie. Listen, I like that movie
Magazine
too.
Dreams was really good,
It was good.
unfortunately.
Into the vault it went.
Yep.
Yep.
Never to be seen again. All right. So director, I mean, will win is Christopher Nolan, and I think he's deserving. I am not like the biggest Christopher Nolan fangirl. I think that like unfortunately I'm like roll your eyes when the men tell you that their favorite director is Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. But
I was once there. I'm no longer. I've matured. Not
I
that there's anything wrong with their movies.
no, but I really loved Oppenheimer, and so I'm gonna go with Christopher Nolan.
I agree. Again, also haven't seen the other four. I've seen plenty of Scorsese. I've seen plenty of Lanthimos. I've seen Under the Skin from. I haven't seen Sexy Beast from Glazer.
Just watched
But,
that. Very,
it was
very, very entertaining. 90 minutes. It's good.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley, right?
Ben Quincy, he goes off. Yeah,
Yeah. All right, good. I have to watch it.
yeah, it's on Paramount.
Triet, I'm not familiar with, but I'm gonna watch it Enemy Fall.
I'm excited for it.
Nolan, I think the narrative is that it's time. He's contributed a lot in a lot of different ways to just movie going in general. Everyone saw Inception. Everyone saw The Dark Knight. Like, he's been a big name for a long time.
Sure.
And he hasn't necessarily put out a movie that has been worthy of Best Director, maybe. I mean, you could argue. Dunkirk might be my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. Like, it's up there. I loved Dunkirk. And I'm not a big war movie fan, but I think it's time. I think Oppenheimer had the hype. I think it had the performances. It had the whole thing. He knows how to get the best out of his people. Like I said, I think it had a woman character of substance for once. And I think that it's time for Nolan. And I think it's going to be him. And spoilers for my Best Picture pick, I think it's going to be time for Oppenheimer.
Plessy, what do you think for director?
Nolan all the way.
Yeah.
It's honestly been like 2 years in the making. Like, I think Oppenheimer is one of the best strategy runs in a while. Like, everyone remembers that opening teaser that would count down, and
Yep.
they're doing the smartest thing now. Like, they're going to bring it exclusively to Peacock. That's going to get a big buzz and stuff. Nolan's the face of everything. Everyone's congratulating him in speeches and whatnot. Yeah, I think it's Nolan.
It's Oppenheimer's his most complete movie, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do picture. So, yeah, I think it's probably still going to be Oppenheimer.
I think. Can I tell you why I think so too?
Yeah.
Because every one of the other major nominees had a setback.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer stayed chalk.
Yeah.
You had obviously past. I'm just gonna go like sort of bottom to top of the I don't know. I guess the predicted winners, predicted nominees. Past Lives didn't get what it needed. It would have needed a screenplay. It would have needed an actress. It would have needed a director. It's not.
Past
it
Lives
did get a
has
screenplay.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it would have needed like a director. Or it would have needed like more substance to it.
An actor in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbie obviously needed
Yeah.
Greta and Margot Robbie. American Fiction would have needed more, than screenplay. And I mean, I guess it got an extra one, didn't it? It got supporting actor. But
And
I feel like a
score,
lot of times-
surprise score too.
that's true. Predictors, though, I feel like you got to be not. I don't think director every time, but I think for this one, if Cord Jefferson had gotten director, I would be like, okay, I'm on notice. Anatomy of a Fall is interesting. I just don't think it doesn't have that for an international film. It doesn't have that like Parasite sort of ubiquitousness to it. It's not everywhere. It's not. I just don't see it. The Holdovers not getting Alexander Payne.
That is a doozy.
That's a
right
big
there.
hit. If it had gotten Payne and maybe Sessa, I'd be like, okay, maybe it's got a shot, especially because it's been cleaning up. It's been doing really well. Don't think it necessarily got everything it needed. Killers of the Flower Moon, same thing with Leo not being nominated. I just don't think it's going to have the juice. Maestro, Bradley Cooper got pretty much nothing. That's it, right? Like Poor Things, I think maybe has a Zone of Interest is actually more of an interesting contender than I thought, but again, I don't think it's going to have enough to carry it through. And Poor Things, it did get director, it got Stone, it got Mark Ruffalo, but it just seems like too niche of a movie.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, I think, just has the whole package, got all its nominees. There was no major snub, other than what was it that it didn't get shortlisted for? It was like
visual
one of the
Sound or
below the
something?
line.
Oh, visual effects.
Yeah, which was a hit, but I think wasn't that because, it just wasn't enough. It was just the bomb scene really.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just not really considered for that category. But I just think it held serve is basically what I'm trying to say. There was no big snub here. I think I said this to Erin. I don't think we're gonna look back on it and be like, that was such a strong Best Picture winner. Even though I think these are probably all pretty strong movies, other than our opinions on Maestro. But whatever. But I just think that Oppenheimer, it's the favorite. I haven't seen anything that makes me think it's gonna get upset.
Plessy, I want to know your thoughts of your favorite from this year and then what you think will win. And then I forgot to do actor, so then we can go back and do actor.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'm full on board. Oppenheimer's going to win. Nothing like Tom said, great points there. Everything else, the so-called contenders, they all miss somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oppenheimer, if you still had 2 sound categories and it was made the shortlist for visual effects, it would have been like the most nominated movie of all time, which is wild.
Was that still Return of the King?
Yeah. So, but I do love, besides Maestro, no ill will towards Maestro. I enjoyed all these movies. Poor Things is definitely too niche. There's no chance of winning Best Picture. Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall. I think if there was just one, it would be easier for the foreign body to get behind it. But with both of them, they might eat into each other a little bit.
Well, it's interesting because Zone of Interest is technically UK, right?
Technically a UK
Glazer?
production, yeah.
Okay. But still, they still sort of cannibalize each other because they're sort of from the same background.
Yeah. Crazy things happen, but I just see Oppenheimer. I think we'll take PGA, which is the preferential ballot voting system as well. Always a good indicator. Could make cases for holders of American Fiction. American Fiction did well. Barbie definitely took some hits today. But
see, back in a couple of months ago, I was thinking Barbie had an outside shot to win Best Picture because of just the
Pandemonium
impact,
of it all.
the impact that it had this year, and I thought that especially last year, building off of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I thought that the Academy might seek to keep moving in that direction of kind of like these.
Well, Oppenheimer was still a blockbuster.
Of course, that's why I'm saying that Barbie would have been a sort of backdoor pick. And the fact that it didn't get director or actress makes me think that they specifically chose not to go in that direction.
Yeah.
Although they did give it to America Ferrera, who I don't think was I think she was kind of a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Plessy, what was your favorite movie of the year that you watched, even if it wasn't nominated?
we'll see now. I could plug my letterbox. Changing
Saw 10.
500. I am ranking my movies of 2024. I have not done that for 2023, but I will always show my love for international movies. I will say Perfect Days has stuck with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank you.
All right, let's end with actor here. I don't know. It's either going to be Cillian Murphy or Paul Giamatti. And you know what? I'm going to pick Paul Giamatti.
I am going to go with Cillian Murphy for variety's sake. I think Giamatti has won a lot more than I expected him to win, and I think he's done a great job. I think he's a great story, but I think this might be Oppie's night. And
Okay.
Cillian Murphy winning an Oscar would be amazing.
Of course. Plessy?
I think we're going to Oscar night with it split. I think Giamatti's going to take SAG. I think Murphy's going to take BAFTA. I think you won't know until envelopes open by Michelle Yeoh, most likely. And, I'll go Cillian Murphy.
I think that Giamatti's had a great run. I just don't know if it's going to be here, especially because they didn't get, not that it really matters when it comes to actor, but the fact that Payne didn't get director sort of hedges me off that. But I could also see them going Giamatti so that they avoid the whole like Oppenheimer wins every category like Everything Everywhere did last year. So I could see them giving it the going with variety too. But I'm going to go with Murphy as well.
Okay. Anything else?
You have one other small thing?
Yeah. So I just kept a little list of contenders that you have watched. I have you guys have watched Maestro, Oppie, Barbie, The Holders, and May December.
Yes.
The other Best Picture noms you have not seen are Killers, Poor Things, American Fiction, Zone of Interest, Anatomy of a Fall, and Past Lives.
Right.
We have our work cut out for us.
Not too bad. There's 6 there. But the other ones that are above the line but non-Best Picture noms, El Conde, The Color Purple, Naiad, and Rustin. I was curious, of those 4, which one are you the most looking forward to watching?
So you said it was El Conde, Naiad. What were the other two?
The Color Purple and Rustin.
I'm going to go with El Conde because I didn't know what it was, and knowing that it's Pablo Larraín, I'm excited for it.
I'm probably gonna say Naiad because I like the two
They're
acting
queens.
nominees. Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
And I'll say for The Color Purple, that 1-2 punch for Coleman Domingo, that really put me with Coleman Domingo. I think he was awesome in Color Purple. So just keep an eye out for that.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Our final thing is I did put up a question on our Instagram, which I put up like right before the Oscar nominations came out, and then I like went totally dark, so I didn't know if anybody had even responded. We got 2 responses to our question, which was just thoughts on the nominations. One of them was Margot got Robbied.
Oh, that's good.
And then Erin responded and said, "Can you believe Expendables 4 was shut out, rigged?" So I don't know. What thoughts on Expendables 4?
Me and Uncle Nick W, we saw it together.
W.
Oh, really?
It was great.
Classic, right?
Oh, man.
Another big Razzie cleanup.
Yeah, it was sad how many of the
that's-
Razzie nominations I've seen.
That's the A-list, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Oscar nominations reaction. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the ones I haven't seen. This is my favorite part of the movie year.
Me too.
Especially knowing that these movies are officially nominated, and I'm not like, am I really going to watch Naiad in case it's not nominated, you know? So I'm glad that, I mean, not that it would be a bad thing, but I'm glad that we sort of have to be judicious with our movie watching, especially having a baby and a half. So I'm glad we have our final list. We're going to know where to get everything. We're going to do all that. We're going to finish Past Lives. And then next week, we're going to be doing Killers of the Flower Moon on this podcast. So I'm excited for it, kicking off the season.
Hooray. I'm done.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm ready to go.
This is
bed.
20 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Uncle Nick P, for coming on, as always.
Thanks for having me.
We'll get together again. Obviously, we talk every single day, so
Yes.
we're gonna talk. But we will have you back on after, and we'll break it down if you're interested. So
Just please keep me up to date with all the movies that you watch and your thoughts.
oh yeah,
Always.
Changing 500 on Letterboxd. Go
Yes,
follow
that's me.
Uncle Nick P.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for listening, and as always, share our clips, do all that, subscribe. At Baby's First Watch List on everything, and we will see you next week for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Goodbye.
Quack,
See ya.
quack.